Blue water, witness of blood. Aisha, a young businesswoman, specialized in buying old buildings and transforming them into modern commercial centers. This time, she had her eye on a derelict swimming pool complex in the London suburbs. The building was crumbling, but it had an eerie allure. Property dealer Mr. Jones opened the rusted gates and said, "This place has been closed for 15 years. They say something strange happened here." Aisha smiled and replied, "For me, this is just another business opportunity. Ghost stories don't scare my spreadsheets." As she stepped into the pool hall, she felt a strange shift in the air. The room was unnaturally cold despite the summer sun. The tiles were damp, as if someone had just cleaned them, but no one had entered for years. Then, a soft whisper floated through the silence. "Don't come back." Startled, Aisha turned around, but no one was there. While inspecting a storeroom behind the pool, Aisha discovered an old briefcase containing a dusty VHS tape marked, July 10, 2009. Curious, she arranged for a VCR and played the tape. The footage began, a young boy, around 8 years old, practicing swimming under the watchful eye of an instructor. Everything appeared normal. Suddenly, the boy disappeared beneath the water. The camera panned over the pool, but the water was still, no splash, no scream. A few seconds later, the screen went black. Aisha paused the tape and zoomed in on the final frame. There, just beneath the surface of the water, was a face. White eyes. Staring. That night, Aisha returned to the building to assess where she could install CCTV cameras. As she approached the pool area, she heard the sound of dripping water. She hurried inside. The pool was empty. Yet the water noise continued, seemingly rising from the floor itself. She froze. Ripples began to spread across the dry pool as if something beneath was disturbing the surface. Suddenly, a shadow began to rise. It had the form of a child. Hair slicked back, eyes wide and pale, the same face from the video. Aisha turned and slammed the door shut, running for her life. But just before she left, she saw the shadow watching her from the glass, smiling. The next morning, Aisha visited a nearby cafe. There she found an elderly woman known for her knowledge of local history. She asked about the pool. The woman sighed deeply and said, "A boy named Aiden drowned there. But they never found his body. They say there's a crack beneath the pool, a doorway to somewhere else. And every 15 years, that doorway opens. The water demands a sacrifice." Aisha's skin turned cold. That night, Aisha reviewed the newly installed CCTV footage. At exactly 3 a.m., the camera overlooking the pool showed something impossible. The once empty pool was now full of glowing blue water. Something moved. Then, the same boy from the VHS slowly emerged from the water and looked directly into the camera. The footage cut off. She rushed to the pool area. It was empty, except for a message smeared on the wall. "One more." The next day, Aisha invited a priest to cleanse the place. He brought holy water, a crucifix, and began chanting prayers. For a moment, the atmosphere lightened. But as soon as the priest stepped outside, a piercing scream echoed. Aisha sprinted back to the pool. The water was now blood-red. Floating in the middle was the priest's lifeless body. Eyes open. Terror frozen on his face. The boy's shadow hovered in the water, still, silent, and watching. Aisha tried to run, but a voice thundered through the air. "Aiden is lonely. He needs friends." Hands made of water reached out, pulling her toward the pool. She screamed, kicked, but the ground slid beneath her feet. In desperation, she cried out, "I'll free you. I promise." Everything stopped. The water stilled. A voice whispered, "Promise me, one friend, every year." 6 months later, the swimming pool had been completely transformed into a state-of-the-art training center. Laughter echoed, water splashed, everything appeared normal. But every year, on July 10th, one child disappears. Sometimes, at night, a whisper rises from beneath the tiles. "I'm not alone anymore, and neither are you." The end.